Good morning. So you seen we just went to Krispy Kreme and you seen the donuts. Sad to say they're not for me. They are actually for my girls over at Treasury. So today we have a busy day. We have appointments, we have errands, and I thought we could just spend the weekend together. We are actually heading over for our 4-week follow-up from the Morpheus. So if you guys were interested in the Morpheus, very much love my results, but I want to follow up with the doctor, see what she has to say. But I love it. I think 10 out of 10 I would recommend. I definitely feel like my skin is plumpy. I'm going to insert some beginning before and after pictures so you guys can see. We also have a pozole party tomorrow, so I have to go and get the ingredients for my pozole. I'm going to show you guys how I make it. I'm going to show you guys how to make the staple red sauce, the guajillo sauce. I'm going to show you my secret ingredients where you can make it for yourself. If you're interested in making pozole or making tamales or something, menudo, all those things I think pretty much have the same base. It's going to be a great day. Let's hang out, let's vibe together. They're having September sale, so they're having skin renewal, neuromodulars, $12 a unit. They are having, I believe it is October 4th, they're doing Botox for $10.50 a unit. So it's a really, really good price. They have laser skin resurfacing for $425, a chemical peel for $135, IPL $199 a session, microneedling and PRP, which I'm thinking about doing, that's $400. But they also have a holiday prep for lip and chin filler for $11.50. Now don't forget you can use your points, and I want to say they're going to have Botox days in November, so definitely check into that. We are out. I was chatting with the doc and she was a busy girl. What we ended up doing was just a follow-up, which we were really, really happy with. We're gonna go get some lunch because I am starving. I'm gonna put you right here. So we did a follow-up and we were really happy with the results. The only thing that we talked about was right here. I got really deep laugh lines. I have really full cheeks. Now you guys are probably like, she has a ton of filler. I have no filler in my face right now. I did get a little filler in my lip for my birthday last year, and we're coming up on a year. So the reason why we went for Morpheus before doing any filler is because we wanted to see what my natural skin can do. That's why I go to Treasury. That's why I trust them, because let's be honest, she could have sold me on everything and I would have paid for it, because that's just kind of how these things are. And she's like, look, before we go the invasive route with filler, let's see if we can help your skin produce its own collagen. Let's see what it looks like and let's work on that. So you can do lasers. I was actually considering maybe doing a little bit of lasering underneath my eye. I think I'm going to do that after the holidays just to see if I can improve the under eye texture. It's just always been, I've always had fine lines and it's just really textury under there. But I'm also about to be 41. So we just did that, but I did end up getting, if you guys have TMJ, I do not understand if you are not getting Botox in your jaw. It works. It's insane. Her just putting it in, I'm like, oh God, it feels so good. I clench a lot and I get earaches, it's jaw pain, all that stuff. So it really does help. It's I think we do 20 on this side and 15 on this side. And it lasts me maybe 4 to 6 months. I am investing in skincare and this is what I got. She sent me home with this. This is the Lumivive system, Lumivive Day Defense Serum and their Night Serum. So we're gonna try this out and see how it does for our skin. Quick bite to eat, okay? We went and had some lunch. We went to a place called Salazzo's. Where are we at? I think it's on 57th and Pulaski. It's good. It's a little pricey though. It's a little pricey. And everything's a la carte, I feel like. But anyways, it was good. I'll tell you the exact address. 5600 South Pulaski. It was good. It was real good. So we're gonna go into Cermak Produce. You think I could record in Cermak Produce? It is crazy in there.
That place is always crazy in there.
It's always crazy, but I'm gonna try. So with the pozole, we're gonna go get the meat. I'm gonna show you everything when we get home and undo it, but maybe I'll try to get some. This place is always insane, honestly, but I'm gonna try. Where else do we have to do today? I think that's the last of our errands, Mr. Leo.
Some college football.
Leo's gonna watch college football. I'm gonna go home today because I didn't go to the gym today because I had this appointment this morning. But I am gonna go to the gym tomorrow. I haven't told you guys, but I got a new gym membership. I changed gyms just because I have some stuff going on and I needed something a little bit different hours. So I ended up joining LA Fitness, and on the weekends they open at 8 a.m. but during the week they open at 5, which is really nice. On days where I can go 5 a.m. for me, with the kids is kind of pushing it when they have school, because I like to have my girls up by 6:15 and I won't be home in time. And yes, I do wake my kids up to go to school, but you know, I know that, you know, Becky's 10. I know Sophia's a freshman and she should probably, well, they have a Western weird place right here. She should be able to wake herself up, but it is what it is. But Becky's good.
She wakes herself up.
She's been a little, you know, but it just works out for me. So anyways, I joined LA Fitness. I will say it has a lot of machines. I've noticed that I've been feeling a lot more sore, and I think it's because these machines are actually made they're not like there's a lot. The ones at my other gym where a lot of them were made, they were just made. They were made for, you know, they're old from the 70s and they were made by hand, as opposed to like a factory. So I think that's where a lot of my injuries occurred, because I just couldn't do proper body mechanics. The only thing that I don't like about LA is that it's so packed, but this place was packed too. Whatever, it is what it is. I get my stuff in. So anyways, tomorrow I have to be at the gym and they don't open till 8. So I'm gonna make my sauce today. We're gonna make the cake today. And then tomorrow, right before I go to the gym, I'll just throw everything on because we're gonna have people over around noon. My cousin's texting me and let me talk to him and I'll be back. I did want to quickly jump in here and tell you guys this. One of the things I've also been super consistent with doing for the last probably about a month since I did Morpheus was using my Megelin LED light mask. I've shared this before. I absolutely love everything from Megelin. I've used all their devices. If you're somebody who kind of is a little intimidated about doing invasive like fillers or anything like that, or even if you're a little afraid of trying like the Morpheus or something like this will be a nice way to start your skincare journey. And it is super therapeutic. I love it. It's a nice way to like just take a few minutes out for yourself every day. I do it sometimes in the morning, sometimes at the night. It depends on like my mood and like what I have going on. I like to keep mine just in this box. I mean, I should have showed it to you. It looks nicer when it first comes in, but I use mine, so I just kind of like just throw everything back in here and just kind of push the top down. But it is so great. It has not only the part for your face, but also your décolletage. And for me, that is so important because you guys don't realize how much your age really does show in like your neck and your chest area. That for me is like the first place that I've been noticing. Again, it's a lot nicer when you first get the box because everything is like placed in there neatly. But these are the straps that go along this. I take them out because it doesn't fit nicely in here. Like I take them off after I use it just because I'm trying to keep everything nice and neat and like I don't have it like all over the place. And then here is your adapter and you just plug it in. And it's just chargeable, which is really nice. No batteries needed. This LED light therapy face mask does offer 7 color LED lights. So you have red, which is really good for anti-aging, relieving dark circles. I use red a lot. Blue calms and tightens skin. Yellow lightens spots and whitens skin and brightens skin color. Green is for balancing pigment and reduces redness. Purple is for relaxing and improves dull skin. I think I'm gonna try to start really using purple in the winter because my skin does get a little dull and dry. Cyan, I think that's how you say it. It boosts cell metabolism. So I've been using that as I've been healing from the Morpheus, and I really think that's helped me heal a lot quicker, to be honest. And they also have infralight, which is accelerating skin blood circulation. So while I was healing from Morpheus, I was using the Cyan, and then I was also using the red light therapy just because it's really nice for anti-aging purposes. It has 288 LED, 92 bulbs, upgraded LED beads for powerful treatment, upgraded energy, fully recovering every inch of the skin, deeply repairing the skin without missing any areas. 7 colors meet different skin needs. It's non-invasive and hands-free, so it contains no damaging UV rays, and non-invasive, safe to use in the comfort of your own home. Smooths lines and wrinkles. The red LED light penetrates deep within skin's dermis to boost collagen production and smooth fine lines and wrinkles. 97% showed an overall style improvement in fine lines, wrinkles, and skin tone after 10 weeks. Honestly, I really feel like you do, but I want to share with you guys exactly what it looks like. Okay, so I have it on. Everything's Velcroed on. My décolletage, my neck, my face, boom. So you can, everything is controlled by this little device. It is chargeable. It comes with a cord. All you're gonna need is the cube. Put mine on. I like to wear mine at night, but sometimes in the morning I like to do it too. When I was healing from the Morpheus, I was doing it twice a day. I was doing the Cion one in the morning and then just doing red light therapy at night. I'm gonna mix and match the therapies just because your skin textures change. This is the same thing that they use at the spas. This is gonna be an investment that you're gonna save yourself money long term. You're gonna feel so good, especially with the colder months coming. But anyways, you turn it on and then you can do 10, 15, or 20 minutes. I always do 20, and then you're able to adjust the lights. Turn it on, boom. But if you wanted to adjust lights, 20 minutes. Love it. You can relax, you can listen to an audiobook, you can read your Kindle, you can watch the Menendez Netflix series, you could do whatever it is you want to do. The time is completely yours, but this is completely a way to remember to get your self-care in. And again, if you are not somebody who's interested in doing Morpheus or injectables or something, but you really are focusing on skincare and taking care of the quality and the texture of your skin and the integrity of your skin, highly recommend these red light therapy or the LED face masks. Only ever use Megelin, and they are completely amazing, not only for their LED masks, they also, like I said, have the box one, and you can even put like an essence in it and it will spray you. I use all their skin tightening devices. I've never an issue. They still work for me wonderfully. My family members also use them. I absolutely love them. Highly recommend. I'll leave a link down below, and I believe I have a discount code with them, and you guys can try it out. But all right, a little bit of me time. We're back home, obviously, and we are going to start cooking. I am enjoying an Alani New here. It was very people-y out there in the streets today, so I am glad to be home. But my sauce consists of chili guajillos, so these are the ones I use, okay? And I also throw in some chili anchos. Now, it's completely up to you. I think guajillos are always the base, but you can do whatever other chilies you want. You don't have to add the anchos and just do this. Whatever floats your boat. How I do my sauce is I boil my peppers, right? I boil my peppers, I get them nice and soft, I rehydrate them. I'm just gonna take my Dutch oven, I'm gonna have it right here, and I'm gonna bring you guys down. So what you're gonna do is I use gloves because these are gonna stain your hands. This just makes the work easier in the long run, okay? I just take a little paper plate or a bowl or a bag. I'm probably gonna sit down and like watch some TV while I do this, and I will take out the insides of the pepper. So I take out the seeds, I take out this like vein, and just clean them out. And you're just gonna go through and you're going to do that. Now I am going to use this whole bag of guajillos and 2 of the chili anchos. Do I need all of that sauce for the one thing I'm gonna make? No, but I'm making the sauce anyways, and I was figuring I would just make it all at once and then I could freeze it and then reuse it at a later date. I'm also talking a big game right now. If I start to feel really lazy, or if this pot starts to get really big, I might only do that. Do you have to do this part that I'm doing? No, you don't. You could skip this part and then just rehydrate your peppers and then blend and strain, but I find that it takes a lot less time to strain them. Oh, I've been doing this for years on here, and there's always going to be somebody who tells me that I don't need to strain the pepper sauce, which I'll show you how I strain it if I have a high performing blender. I have a Ninja blender. I spent $100 on this damn blender a few years back. I don't think it's good enough. Now, I don't know, maybe if you have a Vitamix or something, I guess. I mean, for the price you're paying for Vitamix, it better break down the seeds. Also, so this base could be used for pozole, you can use it for tamales, you can use it for like seafood soup. I believe it might be the same for menudo. I've never made menudo. I never plan to make menudo because I've had it at my friend's house when her mom made it one time, and the smell the night before when they were prepping it, This is what was left of the guajillo peppers. These ones I did not use because, and they just look too sus to me that I did not want to serve them. So those are the ones that we didn't use, but we used both bags of the guajillos. And honestly, if this sauce is, if I don't have any left over, then I don't have any left over. But if you can make it in a bigger bulk, then you do. And this is what I emptied out from all of those peppers. So at least this part I don't have to strain. So what I'm going to do is I just fill this, I'm gonna pivot you guys over here. I just fill this up with water. You can see how like my fingers are discolored from the peppers. Anyways, I'm just gonna fill this up with water, and you want to submerge everything, okay? Because basically for this is we're going to rehydrate all these peppers to where they're real nice and soft, and we're going to blend them and strain them, and that's what we're gonna make our sauce out of. That's everything, okay? But remember, if you've never made this before, this water that you are cooking your peppers in is like pivotal to the success of your sauce. Do not dump it, leave it alone, because we're gonna use this hot water, like the hot water from the peppers, to strain the peppers into our pot. I take just a flat dish and I just push it over. I'm just gonna take out a little of this water, and then just push it over so my pan so the peppers stay down, and I throw this on my stovetop on like medium low 30-40 minutes, and I'll show you from there on. But now I'm gonna go ahead and clean up, and then we're gonna start the cake for our tres leches cake, because the tres leches cake, it has to sit overnight. So let me get this together, and then I will meet you back here to start. While the peppers are going, I'm just gonna go ahead and start on my tres leches cake. This is what we're gonna use for the actual cake part. You just follow the box, cook it like the box says, and then you're gonna wanna let it cool completely. This is going to be a Biscoff tres leches cake. So if you guys tried it at Crumbl a couple weeks ago, this is kind of what we're inspiring it against. So y'all see these nails? Let me just give them a minute. These are my real nails. These are my real nails. Aren't you blown away? I'm blown away. These are my real nails, and these are this color is D&D Fudgesicle, but I did 3 coats. The cake just came out of the oven. It is ready. It's just gonna sit. We're gonna want that to cool completely before we start messing with it. Now here is our workshop. We have our pot full of chilies. What I'm gonna do is I have my blender cup or whatever. I'm going to fill this all with peppers, and then probably halfway with the juice from here, and we're gonna blend it up, okay? Now right here you're gonna see I have just a little pot and my strainer. This is what you're gonna wanna pour it into. One of these like cake things is what I use to like press it down to get all the juice out, but I'll show you. The only seasoning I use for my sauce is some salt and some garlic. Now, I'm sure that there's other people who can show you how to do it differently. I mean, you can stick to whatever recipe you know. And again, this isn't something, I mean, I've learned along the way, and it's worked out pretty nicely for me, so I wanted to share it with you guys. I literally fill this thing up as much as I can. And then I just keep a cutting board underneath it just because it tends to get really freaking messy. And then I pour it right into my strainer, and then you just take whatever little thing you got going. Even though that that I took out the seeds and all that, like the stem and everything, it's still got that chunk to it. I hope you can see that, and that's what we don't want in our soup. Just a little ladle of the stock pot right here, you guys can see, and I'm just ladling it in to help thin out, and because it's hot, it strains really, really nicely. This is tedious. I'm not gonna tell you it isn't, because it is, but this is not you don't make pozole every day, you know? So it's one of those things, if you're gonna take your time and you're only making it, you know, occasionally, take your time and do it right, you know? Make it with love, let everybody know that you made it for them, you know, with love in your heart. This was all of the like shell and the seeds and everything that was hard and crusty that was left in from the whole batch, okay? So that would have been in your soup. It wouldn't have been good. You would have been spitting it out. It's like dried up flakes. Now here is my red sauce. It is all ready to go. This one right here is just garbage. I'm thinking I'm just gonna go ahead and leave this to cool out overnight, and then tomorrow when I start making everything, I'm gonna season it. The cake is pretty much all cooled. I cleaned up the whole kitchen pretty much, I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna go through, and you see we have like this little crust right here. I'm just gonna take my knife, I'm just gonna go through, and then you look at the crust. You want the crust of it? Just take yourself a fork, and I just go through and just kind of stab all over. All right, in your blender, I just have my little blender cup here. You're gonna take a can of evaporated milk. Is this focusing? A can of evaporated milk, a can of sweetened condensed milk, and then I'm just gonna fill up one of these cans with 1% milk. Now for the special ingredients, we're gonna use some Biscoff. We're gonna take about 2 heaping tablespoons and just, here is our mixture. And you're just gonna wanna pour it. You wanna make sure it's gonna get onto the sides, but you wanna make sure you're really pouring it over the holes that you made with the fork. There is the first part of tres leches cake. This needs to go into the refrigerator overnight, or a minimum like 6 to 8 hours. I'm gonna let my sauce cool, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Good morning, it's the next day. How are you folks? I'm making my gym concoction for a little energy. It is the 1-Up liquid L-carnitine. If you guys never tried it, you can use this as like a pre too. It gives you a little burst of energy. I don't think it's that much, but this is the sour gummy. This also has, what else is it? I think it has glutamine in it as well. Yes, it has glutamine. So yeah, we're gonna have that. BCAAs, these are branched chain amino acids, helps with muscle recovery, hydration, protein synthesis, promotes healthy hair and skin, promotes rehydration. I tell you guys, even if you don't take any supplement, if you don't take BCAAs, you don't take pre-workout, you don't have to, you need to take a creatine. This is the best creatine in my humble opinion. It is a monohydrate. It doesn't cause any bloating, no water retention. Sometimes with creatine, it does cause a little bit of water retention because it pulls the water out of the cells, out of your muscles. So I'm definitely gonna wanna increase your water intake, but I don't notice any bloating or anything like that. Other brands I did. You don't have to do a loading phase with this either. This is something you should take every day. No matter your age, no matter if you are workout, nothing, this is pure gold. So then I was gonna actually put the sauce on before I came home, or before I left, but I don't need to. The meat is actually a lot thinner, so it's not gonna need as long to cook. So it's 8 o'clock right now. The gym just opened. I should have everything on by 10 a.m. and it should be done probably around 12:30, 1 o'clock. The latest, probably around 12:30 is what I'm forecasting. And then we'll put that on. I'll show you the meat I used. And then we're going to finish up our cake today. I wanted to share with you guys the actual meat we are using for the pozole. Now this is pork shanks. You could do beef if you want. We've always done pork, but we have 3 packs of these, or 5 packs? Mm-hmm. Oh, 5
they're
packs.
Real thin today though.
Yeah, but Leo said they're real thin. And then we also get the pig's feet. Blech. But Leo likes some, so Leo and your dad too, no? So we throw them in there. This is like my big soup pot. This is what we use for basically all like the bigger soups that we have. And we're just going to line our dish with all the meat, and then we're gonna start cooking. We're just gonna cover it with water, like halfway, and then we're gonna add some of the red sauce. But first off, you wanna just put all your meat into the pan and then just fill it up with water, and then I'll come back and show you. We have the meat going in this pot right next door. It's bubbling, it's looking good. I've been heating up the red sauce. I didn't season it. This is just what we've strained. Again, remember, how we did it, and we made sure we strained it so this sauce is nice and smooth. I used to add oregano to it. My mother-in-law was like, girl, you don't add oregano to this, you put it on the side. So I leave just some fresh oregano on the side for them, and all I do with this the sauce is add some salt, and you're gonna salt to taste until you feel that your sauce is no longer bitter. Salt it and then taste, salt and taste. I've learned to make this sauce is just by tasting as I go. Sometimes it can have like a little bit of a kick. You just never know. Sometimes the peppers are bland, sometimes they're really hot, kind of the way it is. If you find that your sauce is too hot, add more water to your meat and dilute it a little bit if it's too spicy for you. In this pot right now, all we have is the meat. So we have those pork shanks, pig's feet, and I did cut up a half of onion just to throw it in there to give it a little bit of flavor. And then we're gonna add in half of this sauce and kind of see how it goes. But don't forget, we're also going to add the hominy. I added about half of the pot into the pozole. If you feel that now this meat has been cooking, you know, the meat is pretty much all done. So you can see it's starting to curl up, so you're able to try the broth. Now, girl, if that broth wasn't done. Okay, I'm gonna add in a little bit more of this. Ugh, makes the biggest mess. You see this? Your stove is gonna need a nice scrub down when you're done. It works out a little bit nicer if you have like a bigger ladle to ladle it in. Wholeheartedly need to invest in some new kitchenware. So I'm on the market for new pots and pans. I don't have anything that matches anymore. I just buy these like randoms all over the time, and I'm thinking of getting the all-clad ones and just making like a heftier investment and just buying a really nice one. But if you guys have them, let me know what you think. I mean, I'm willing to spend a little extra money if they're gonna last me. We'll have Leo come in and try it though, but I think that's good. So that whole thing of peppers made about 2 batches. So that's exactly what I thought. What I'm going to do is I'll put it in a container and I'm just gonna date it and I'm gonna throw it in the freezer. And then when it comes time to make my next meal, I'll have it already stored and half my job is done for me for the day. So we're gonna let this come to a simmer real quick, and then we're gonna get our hominy cream, and we're gonna rinse it, and then we're gonna add it. So I already added the big can, but Leo always gets nervous that we're gonna run out. So let me show you. I take the can of hominy, I just put it in a strainer, and I will sit there and I will rinse everything. This is my favorite. I don't ever eat the meat. I literally just take the broth with a shit ton of cabbage and hominy, right babe? And a ton of lime. My mother-in-law is always like, what the hell? Ooh. So into the pot. Blame it on the rain. Now you can see, here we go. And then what I do is I just give it a real good mix. So that I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be, we'll go shopping together. Let me know if you guys wanna come with, and we'll go and buy all of our new home stuff, because the holidays are coming and I really need to stop messing around with these busted ass pots and pans and Dollar Tree. I mean, half my stuff is from the Dollar Tree, but there's no shame in that. We're gonna leave this alone. I'm gonna put the lid back on. I have it on medium low. I'm gonna clean up my dishes, and then I'm gonna start prepping the side. We are going to make our frosting for our cake. We're gonna, honestly, you could skip this and just buy Cool Whip, but we're gonna be fancy. So I'm taking some heavy whipping cream. Hopefully this is light enough you guys can see. You know what? We're gonna do 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. We're gonna do the whole thing, I guess. 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, and then we're gonna take a half cup. I'm using the Swerve confectioner sugar. Coming back in with that Biscoff. We're gonna add like a dollop. Here's a fun fact about this whole cake situation I'm making. I don't even like Tres Leches cake. You really should throw a little splash of vanilla extract in here, but for the life of me, I don't know where mine is. But we have the Biscoff in there, so it's not like the end of the world. All right, so you're gonna take a hand mixer, and you are just going to mix this until it gets fluffy. That's how you want your frosting to be, nice and fluffy. I'm probably gonna give it a little bit longer because I want it to be a little fluffier, but that's how you're gonna tell, right? So I have like a little pack of the Biscoff cookies, size ones, like these. So I just took out one of these. I'm gonna actually use one. So I use one whole, because this is gonna be our crumble topping. Here's our Cool Whip topping. We're just gonna dollop that on. Girl, who the fuck at this? Whew. My nephew said, Titi, you can't make Tres Leches cake. You're not Mexican, you don't speak Spanish. You'll never doubt the power of Titi, okay? Okay, I will say, if you guys don't like Biscoff, this isn't for you. Here's that Biscoff, melted Biscoff cookie butter. And I'm just gonna do one of these. I just want be like buddy. And then we have the Biscoff crumbles. I'm just gonna kind of stagger them a little bit. The crumbles, and just sprinkle them all over. There is our Tres Leches Biscoff cake. I bought all of these not pots, but like plates and stuff from the Mexican Costco, which is like a wholesaler over here. And I had read that you need to be careful because they could have lead. So I want to test everything for lead before I use it. 29.30. Okay. If it stays yellow, then no lead was detected. Yeah, I haven't seen anything. So I'm just gonna try everything. Yeah, nothing turned. So it has to turn like a dark red, and nothing did. So no lead was detected. I don't know if I'm gonna use all of these, but I wanna start cutting up. We're gonna cut up some cabbage. I'm gonna cut up some cilantro. I'm gonna cut up some limes. We are gonna wrap up today's video because my family's gonna come, and our soup is complete. We are ready to go. It's just afternoon, so it took about 2 hours. You will see, I'm gonna bring you guys over, but the food, the meat, everything, you'll start to notice the meat starts to shrivel and it'll just kind of spread apart and it breaks away from the bone. So it is ready to go as soon as everybody gets here. Now, I did prep the cabbage and the limes, and then I have a little bowl of cilantro right here. You could also prep some radish. Now, I didn't find any radish yesterday at the store, but the only one that eats them is my father-in-law. And you just do them raw. And then we also have tostadas. We got a couple bags of these, and you serve that with them. If you guys see my Sam's Club haul, I did paper bowls because you go back sometimes for multiple, and then it's nice to have like a bowl just to like spit the bones in and stuff. So that's all good. I'm gonna put my lid back on. And remember, we did make enough sauce to where we can probably do a batch of tamales with it. Maybe not, maybe like 5 pounds of tamales with that sauce, and we'll be all good and set to go. I'm gonna let that cool, and then I'm gonna Ziploc bag it, and I'm gonna double, probably triple bag it to be honest, and I'm gonna throw it in the freezer so the next time I need it, it'll be ready. My tres leches cake, this is like a, Becky, did you see it? Like you could see like the Biscoff on top that I like drizzled over it. You can see the Biscoff, like now that I put it back in the fridge, it's like kind of hardened. It's gonna be so good. I'll probably try like a little piece just to see how it came out. Yeah, so we are all good. We're just actually cleaning up right now. Sophia has a friend coming over, so I want to make sure that I have all this stuff put away before her friend gets here. Yeah, Leo's also outside, and it's Sunday, so it's football Sunday. The Bears are playing today, and he actually decided that he wanted to smoke some wings, so he's out there doing that. You know, men, they always got to have that grill going for whatever reason. But I'm gonna leave a comment down below, and I'll keep you guys updated on what everybody thought of the recipe. If you want the recipe for the tres leches, I'll type it out down below. It's not my recipe. I found it on Pinterest, and I can't necessarily find the exact recipe. I'm just kind of doing it off of memory, but it's not my original. It was some girls off of Pinterest or maybe TikTok or something like that. But I'll kind of like give you a rough estimate on how I did it. And the pozole is just how I did it. I don't know if there's really truly a recipe for it. It's just kind of how it goes. Roughly, Leo likes to do 2 pieces of meat per person. So that's how much, if you were kind of determining how much meat you wanted to use. Now, if your family's not a huge meat eater, do maybe 1 piece. You know, it's how little or how much, and you don't have to do the pig's feet. Also, you don't have to do pork. You can do beef, or you could even do chicken and throw it in there. So it'll be all good. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this vlog. Thank you guys for vibing with me. I'll leave links down below for everything. I hope you guys had a great weekend with me, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Oh.